muted, but then you can't.
Hey, John. Sean here. I'm gonna let my employee Tony handle the meeting. And we are live now, just so when everybody gets in at 6:30, you can start right ahead. And you're muted now, just to let you know.
All right, there we go. Yeah, John,
Yep.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So right at 6:30, you're good to start.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Just to let you know.
All right, there we go. Yeah, John. Hey, Lynn. You're muted right now. Lynn, can you hear me? You're muted.
Ta-da, did it.
Hey, there we go.
Here, come in.
Ladies, welcome. Kevin, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Kevin.
Let's see, waiting on two more. Denise and Mike. So we'll give them another minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and start this off.
We live?
Push this back. Yeah, we're live.
Hey Kevin, it's Tony. We're actually at City Hall, so I'm gonna be helping y'all out. But yeah, we are live.
I understand. Thank you.
Feel like I'm at work.
No, they don't show up. This is going to be a pretty quick meeting. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started. Go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's 6:32 on May 11th, 2021. Lynn, you sent out the minutes. I saw them. I didn't have any issues. Did you guys see any other issues on there that we need to talk about?
No.
Nope.
No? All right. Get a motion to approve them.
Go ahead and approve them because I wrote
I'd like
them.
to make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And nobody's opposed. So go ahead and approve the minutes, and then I'll get those sent out to Brooke. Reports on the parks. Lynn, you want to go ahead and start us off?
Okay, no changes to the traveling buoy, still the small erosion. I haven't been down there at night, so I'm not sure if the light has been fixed or not.
Right. I went down there. I didn't see that it had been fixed. So I'll
Okay,
make
so
sure
we'll-
that we
We'll
continue.
still leave that in the park report then, that it still needs to be
Sure.
fixed. And then the live oak, there's still the rotted tree. There's still a large hole in the grill rack and metal grill sheet. Someone put a small rack on top of the ripped up grate So you can use it. But one thing I noticed when I was walking through earlier this week is that the concrete pad that is supporting the shed has several cracks in it. So obviously things are shifting below. And probably as a result, there's now a crack in the back side of the chimney, which could create a fire.
Right. Okay. We'll definitely have to get somebody out there to take a look at that.
Okay. And that's all I've got. Those are my 2 parks. You've got Mariner, the anchor still loose.
Anchor's still loose at Mariner. And
You're talking about the anchor at, was it between, at Paris and Paris West?
Yes.
Where is it loose? Because I went by there a couple weeks ago and I pushed on it and I didn't see anything loose on it.
you know where it hits, where it's right in the ground,
Uh-huh.
where it's connected to the ground? If you really touch it, it was loose,
Okay. The anchor itself or the base?
the base.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was checking the anchor. The anchor didn't move. That thing was solid on there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so the base is loose. I'll
Yes.
change the report.
Yeah.
Okay, so Denise isn't here, so that means we don't have anything with Naval Heritage and Fort Frederick. Although I went down to Fort, I'm sorry.
I went,
I-
that's fine. I went out after we had our meeting. I went out and I made a family trip of it. So I went and visited quite a few of the parks just to get my bearings on everything. So I can, if nobody's got any issue with it, I can talk about a couple things that I saw while I was out there walking around. Naval Heritage, the skate park. I've noticed that some of the boards and the frames need to be replaced. There's termite or dry rot damage going on there. The metal art that's in between the skate park and the playground there. I don't know if that falls under us, but that the description sign needs to be replaced because you can't even tell what it's all weathered.
Is it like a metal plaque of some sort?
It's just, it's got a metal rod coming out of the ground with a platform, and they had some sort of reading material on it with a plexiglass over top, and it's just been weathered and it's completely unreadable now.
So it's kind of like an information sign.
Right. Yeah,
Sign.
telling you what that metal art is all about.
Readable. Okay, so frames, board, termite, dry rot, information sign, unreadable.
The pavilions, I don't know if they fall under us. They could use some touch-ups. They need to be sanded and painted, they're weather treated.
What about painting that skate park thing? That whole,
The whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, the skate park, it's getting utilized. Because like I said, when we were there during one of the farmers markets, and there was a dozen kids out there, skating and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, there's parts of it that could be repainted. And then obviously, if we can get those boards replaced, so it's not a safety hazard, then you just paint the new boards.
yep. What was the last thing you said? Pavilions need sand and painting or weatherproofing?
Weather treated.
Okay, weather treated. I had half the word.
No problem.
Anything else?
Not that, well, no, not there. The playground was good. The kids were using it. We didn't see any issues there. Fort Frederick, we walked around there. People were utilizing it, walking around. The grass does look, I know we did a trip out there with Leadership Beaufort, and Van was talking to us. I think there was a reason they were letting the grass grow, but the grass could definitely get cut out there. And then
I was there actually last night.
oh, were you?
Yeah, the one thing I thought is that it could use a dog station.
It's funny. That was the next thing on my notes. My wife brought that up. She said there needs to be a
Okay,
dog
yeah.
waste station.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's even one at the Traveling Buoy. There's a dog waste station, but there's not one out at Fort
Yeah.
Frederick. So,
Yeah. It was nice. That's the first time I've been there. So I
Yeah.
liked it.
No, it was real nice. Like I said, there was probably 4 or 5 people out there, very educational as you walk around and read everything.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it was nice to see people utilizing it. Traveling buoy, like I said, the light was still out. I talked to Brooke because not on our like page, but on like the official town of Port Royal page, it had the anchor being at Paris and 10th. So I had her make that quick change and change it to Paris and West Paris. The Cypress wetlands, we walked that area, beautiful as well. But we did know some of the one of the rails closest to the cracked egg has come off of the support beams. And then one of the planks that you walk on
Rotted.
in the dead center completely dry rotted or had termite damage. It's almost, I'm surprised people can walk on that one piece.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rotted wood. I saw that too. I walked through there probably 2 to 3, maybe even 4 times a week.
Lynn,
Kevin,
what do you do when you make this list of, update of what's going on with the parks? What happens with it?
it goes in our minutes.
Okay. I was going to ask if there's any way, and no rush on it, but if I could get like a formal updated list of issues at all of the parks that I could, then could be passed along to, Public Works, and and I'm sure they'll put it in, order of, and maybe even that's something we could do, put the order of, most severe, highest priority, the lowest priority, and let them get some work orders on that and start,
Okay.
start working on some of these things.
Doesn't it have to go to council first?
Does it have to go to council first? She just asked. I don't know if you heard her.
Not to fix something at the park. I mean, if something needs to be painted or a board needs to be fixed, I mean, that's,
Okay.
Try to get the whole report,
Do you
Well-
want this on a separate list rather than the minutes?
yeah, or I could just wait till the minutes come out. So, okay. And I'll just wait and give them.
Well, we can, but then, I mean, we could give you a separate list with priorities. I could make the list up and send it to John, let him prioritize, and then,
Yeah.
edit it and send it to you. That's no problem.
Yeah. I mean, because some of these issues have been brought up now for a couple meetings in a row. And so just want to make sure that, the people that fix things around the town are aware of them, so.
Right.
Well,
Right.
so Jerry just chimed in on Facebook. He said if we just give these issues to the town manager, he'll address the issues.
There you
And
go.
that's kind of what I thought we needed to happen.
Yeah. So yeah, if you can make one of just like an updated and.
Yeah,
and
I'll do a list and send it to you, John.
Prioritize, and we'll call it
Yeah.
May 11th, status update on the parks
Yeah.
Okay.
list. And
So I'll do it in a Word format. Do you know how to edit Word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, I can do that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And then the last one was Lenora. Went out there. They were actually doing some landscaping out there, putting pine straw out around the sign and everything. Lenora
Nice.
Park looked good. So they're doing landscaping out there.
Sands.
Sands drove out there as well. Didn't realize they had some workout equipment out there. There were some people working out, running up and down the beach and doing some CrossFit out there. It's getting utilized. So people seem to have fun out there. I didn't see any issues out there.
Okay. All right, is that all our parks? We did Traveling Buoy, Live Oak, Naval Heritage, Lenora, Sands, Mariner, Fort Frederick, and then and then the wetlands.
Yep.
Okay. I also noticed on the Cypress wetlands that the webbing that they use as the side, between the frames is coming loose, is loose in places. So I'll
Right.
put that in.
Yeah, it's the last thing we need is some kid to fall in there.
Oh my God.
So, all right. Any other issues or anything else we want to report on the parks?
I'm just, I'm no update on where we are on the fitness area project at Naval Heritage. No
Well,
update
I've got
on
a, Greg reached out to me. He had to go out of town, but when he gets back, him and I are going to sit down and he's going to update me on
Okay.
everything you guys were
Right.
working on prior to him leaving.
All right. Do you, on these minutes, well, I guess the next thing is what, old business? Let me see where we're at. So we just did the parks.
Yeah.
That's done. So we have this
So
list
old
of
minutes.
business, on the minutes. I
Okay.
don't know. Do we just leave it on there until the council responds to the request for a landscaping contract, fee structures, and the utility box? I guess the utility box, I could put that on our list of park fixes.
Right.
So I'll put that up there and get that out of old business. So
Yeah. Any old minutes or not old minutes, any old business that hasn't been addressed yet, go ahead and leave it on.
Yep, okay. I'll just move
On there, because
that.
if we stop
I'll
talking
move,
about it, then it's just going to go to the wayside.
right. So I'll move though, the sands,
Okay.
turning on the water at the sands, I'll move that up to on our to-do list for maintenance.
Okay.
All right. So, okay, so
Great.
old business done.
There's no more discussion on old business. Okay. Any new business? All right.
Well,
I'm gonna give it about 45 seconds.
if we owned the
Go ahead.
park across the street from me on 16th, a big field, I would have lots of new business. But we don't own it.
Right.
Like, could they fix that awful flagpole and get rid of those sheds that are not being used?
Well, who owns that?
Beaufort County.
Beaufort County.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, that's potentially another thing we could, I mean, if we could get together, some issues that with that park, I mean, while the town, is not responsible and not gonna fix it, not do anything, but we could pass that along. I mean, we could get in touch with our county
All right,
council.
I'll put that in as new business then,
Get
the,
in touch with our
Yeah.
county council member
New
and pass
business.
that along.
Yeah, because the city of Beaufort and the county have their own parks and rec boards and
They've got
commissions,
people-
so
We've got people that work on that stuff.
for sure.
yeah, they had started fixing up those old structures about 2 years ago, and then they stopped. And
Okay.
earlier this year, they came and they had all this construction of, like wood and stuff, and I guess roof shingles, and they came and they took it all away. So I don't think they plan now on fixing those two, the structures, the bathrooms and the
Yeah.
snack bar.
Right. Well, I see Michael just joined us. Michael, welcome.
Hey, how's it going? I had technical difficulties right now. I figured it out.
Oh, good.
I'm on my phone. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
All right, good deal.
Good.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're good. We're good. We just did our reports on the park and old.
Yep. I was
We're
here
getting into some new
I heard
business.
everything pretty much. I just couldn't talk to you guys, or you guys couldn't see me.
Okay. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
Nope. The whole I'm on board the whole fitness center. So whatever Greg has for you, I'd be totally interested in helping you out with that.
Okay. Yeah, once Sam and I get together, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. All right. Any other new business? No. Not that I want to add more to our plate, and not that I'm looking to get in anybody's business, but the farmers market, who does that fall under?
Good question.
We've brought that up
We
before.
brought that before. For some reason, it's a hands-off type thing. I brought that up myself because I was trying to find out how much she was charging for each table. Well, she almost told me, and then because she thought I wanted a table, but I really didn't want a table. I just went up there and I asked her, you know, if because she seems to be running that alone. She did not, so I asked her if the town of Port Royal has auspices over this. And she said, it's my farmer's market. And she said, they know about it. And I asked her, I said, well, how much are you charging per table? She said, are you interested in renting one? If you're interested in renting one, I'll give you this sheet of paper. But if not, then I won't. So I never got my answer, you know?
Why wouldn't she disclose that?
I don't know. I think she probably makes more money than we think she does. And this just, you know, and she doesn't, you know, I don't think the town knows about her collecting a large amount, you know. But I've gotten to one person that I taught that was bringing some of his greens in. And he told me that he was going to call me because it's a funny kind of situation. That's what he told me. So I told him to call, you know, to call me. I haven't,
Kevin,
you know,
got any insight on that?
pardon me?
So.
No, Kevin.
Yeah, so from my understanding, so Kit runs it. She started it years and years and years ago, and you know, has done an incredible job with it. But it was started out originally downtown. I believe this is before I was here, but I think back where they were saying where the Christmas tree is now, I think that's where they did it originally, or somewhere around that area, and it just kind of started out as a real small thing to have some local artists and farmers, you know, sell their stuff.
That was under the auspices of the Beaufort County down there, you know.
Okay.
And then I think they kicked her out, or they were going to charge too much money. And that's when I believe she decided to move to Port Royal.
So yes, and so she did. You know, it was going on. Of course,
Yeah.
before I moved here, so I went a bit. She, you know, she has spoken with town about it. Town has, you know, approved it, is aware of it. She's been running it for years. I don't know how much money she makes on it and what but I mean, I also know I feel overall I would imagine a lot of work goes into that. And two,
Yeah.
and two, I don't know what I feel like I go there after the farmer's market. It always seems to be clean and everything's taken care of and everybody's respectful. And, you know, they come in, they set up, the local artists and farmers sell and make a little bit of money, and everybody cleans up and goes home and has a good time.
And
That's one of the requirements.
I'm not trying to get in anybody's financials by any means. I'm not trying to, you know, take on more responsibility. I was just trying to get to, does this fall into our responsibility? Is it something that we should be watching out for, or is this purely town council,
I don't believe it falls under Parks and Rec. I mean, it's an event held at a park, you know, so.
I think maybe you need to talk to Van about it. You know, I'm sure Van could inform you as to how it started and how I don't feel at liberty to, you know, go into all that, but I think Van would know.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone has a problem with it, you know. Yeah.
Sorry guys, I missed the whole last probably minute and a half of that conversation. I was completely blacked out here.
I was just saying, I'm going to speak with Van and get some more info on it. I mean, what would Parks and Rec want to do with that?
Nothing. I'm not asking to do anything with it. I just want to make if it's part of my
Mally,
you know, part of my
okay?
roles and responsibilities.
come here.
I got you.
But if it's not part of my roles and responsibilities, then I'll let it go.
My understanding, it is not a part of Parks and Rec responsibilities right now, but I will confirm that and let you know.
Okay. All right. Any other new business then? Sorry, I opened that can of worms.
No, it comes up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give us about 45 seconds since we're on a Facebook delay to let people ask questions on Facebook. While I'm doing that, somebody has already asked or has piped in on Facebook about the sand. I guess people are digging holes out of the sand, the parking lot to hunt for shark's teeth. And they want to know if there's any way to put a sign that says no digging in the parking lot.
I'll put that under new business.
Lynn, if we can add that to our list of things to ask.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
put it under
maintenance.
new business. Yeah, or maintenance, yeah.
Okay,
But you know, it's in the beach. If it's a beach thing, it's a natural. Dig out shells and stuff.
I know, but you can't have holes in parking lots because people
that's
fall in them and break their ankles.
Yeah.
Need their ankles.
Yeah, and that just makes liability for the town, probably.
I thought they meant, like in the front of in front, not in the parking lot per se, but like by the beach.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they're talking about in the parking lot
Yeah.
specifically.
you should always fill your hole so on a beach anyways.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Those
All right.
kids are doing that.
Jennifer, she's also asking about the holes, asking that they get filled in with sands. Gotcha. All right.
That it?
That looks to be about it. All right, we want to set a date for our next meeting. We got, we're May 11th, so June 1st is a Tuesday, and then you got June 8th, which would be the second Tuesday.
Second
Everybody
Tuesday is
good
our
with-
meeting, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's good with June 8th at 6:30.
Yes, sir. And John, thank you again for moving the time to accommodate me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Works good.
No problem.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's nothing else. I got a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All right,
Second.
got a motion and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Anybody opposed? All right. Well, it was good to see everybody. Michael, nice to finally see you face to face.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good meeting you.
No problem. Yeah. And I'll see you all next month.
All right, I'll get these out to you as soon as possible.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank y'all.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
night.